picked up this dresser for a grand total of $5. Not bad for solid wood, even if it's on the lighter side and not particularly high end. While it was structurally sound, it had seen better days. There were quite a few chips, splinters, and dings. So that's where I began the repair work. For the deeper damage, I used 2-part Bondo, and for the smaller imperfections, I filled them in with wood putty. It's a bit like plastic surgery, quiet work, but transformative. Then came a light scuff sand over the entire piece, knowing I'd be painting the full surface. It's an important step to ensure proper adhesion. 2 of the drawers had glide issues. One just needed to be glued back into place, while the other required a full replacement. Fortunately, I had spares on hand. It was just a matter of cutting it to size, gluing it, and nailing it down. After filling a few more surface imperfection, I was ready to prime, drawers in place. I applied 2 coats of primer. Because the quality of the wood wasn't great, I wanted to conceal as much of its unevenness as possible. I thinned the primer slightly with water for a smoother spray and sanded lightly in between coats. It's the kind of preparation that makes a difference when it comes to selling furniture with a polished, professional finish. Of course, a few more flaws revealed themselves after that first coat of primer, so I hit everything with some more glazing Bondo and then finished with a second coat of primer. And that's where I left off for the day. In part 2, I'll show you the color I chose and the details I added to bring this piece to life. In part 1 of refinishing this solid wood dresser, I spent most of my time on prep, and honestly, it needed it. Even though it's technically solid wood, it's not a high-quality piece. There were splinters, deep gouges, and plenty of surface damage to deal with. To start, I used 2-part Bondo to fill in the worst areas, anything structural or really rough, and followed up with traditional wood putty for the smaller imperfections. Once that cured, I gave the entire piece a thorough scuff sand using 120 grit sandpaper, the tops, sides, drawer fronts, everything. I made quick work of repairing 2 drawer slides, one with a replacement and one just by adding some glue and nails. Then I applied a coat of primer, which of course revealed even more little dings and dents that hadn't stood out before. So I went back over it all with another layer of Bondo glazing putty to smooth everything out. It's the kind of prep work that doesn't look exciting, but it's what sets the foundation for a good finish. Then I started on the fun part, giving the dresser some personality. I drilled a single new hole in the center of each drawer to install modern pulls. Then came the color. I normally stick to muted, earthy tones, but this time I went for something a little more playful, a dusty rose. It's soft, calming, and felt like the right kind of risk for this piece. I wanted something different, and even if it doesn't sell right away, I don't regret the choice. Between coats, I did a light sand to keep the surface super smooth, just a quick pass with a fine grit sponge. I decided to break things up by painting the top 2 drawers in an off-white shade. It adds a little contrast without being too loud. I think the final result is sweet and fun, perfect for a kid's room or even a beachy coastal vibe. And heck, since I only paid $5 for the dresser, even if I don't sell it for much, it's okay. What do you think? Did I make a mistake on this color, or do you think it'll do all right? Let me know in the comments. My name is Meg, and I show you practical tips for refinishing and flipping furniture. Be sure to hit the follow button for more.